Hey everybody, just a night drive, southern Russia, heading out from our little village into Anapa. Should take about 20 minutes. I just wanted to show you things like this as we come up to the corner. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the corner is lit up. These are not cat's eyes, these are solar powered LEDs that guide you around the corners, and the same with the signs on your left, the red and white signs. They are LED illuminated and charged by solar. So yeah, just a really cool system, I suppose you'd call it, out in the country where you've got no street lighting. And I'd certainly never seen it before until I came here, and it's just a really great idea because it shows you in the middle of the night. It really does highlight and help the corners, or helps you see the corner rather. So like I say, about 15-20 minute drive. I'm not going to waffle on for the entire duration of the drive, but if there's anything worth mentioning, I'll mention it. Certainly something I will mention that we may or may not see on the side of the road is if there's been an accident, you'll see gravestone if somebody has died there, and it's just a mark of respect. We've just passed one just there actually. This is a fast bit of road, and obviously over the years unfortunately accidents happen, but what is good is, unlike where I used to live in the UK, where relatives of somebody that's died will come out and mark the spot, and they'll put flowers down. Within a week the council has cleared it all away like it's never existed, and then on the anniversary the same thing happens. Maybe the relatives will come out and put some flowers down again, and like I say, within a week they're gone again, moved, got rid of. That doesn't happen out here. The site where somebody has died and they've marked it, and sometimes they'll actually have a headstone as well, but certainly it'll be marked. And even if it is on farmer's land, the farmer will just go round it. He won't remove it, he won't move it. It's just a level of respect. But yeah, here's another example. As you can see, the lights and the signs are all illuminated to show you the corner. It's just a really, really clever idea. We've got another corner up here that's does the same thing, so hopefully it will show up on camera and you can see what I mean. So the red and white chevrons on the left are illuminated, and they're staged as well, so they actually they don't all flash at the same time, they just guide you around the corner. And then down the centre and around the corner you've got the white LEDs. It's a lot more visible when it's dark, dark rather than just how it is now. I'm trying to stabilise this camera a little bit, so forgive me, it's a bit wobbly. And again, this is another thing that I've never seen before, the red and blue flashing lights here just on your right. Now from a distance you're just straight away going to think that's emergency services, probably the police, but it's a warning really. But it just checks your brain, and it makes you sort of check your speed and slow down. I'm gonna have to sort this mount out because it's driving me up the wall, so bear with. Better. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll check the footage before I upload this, and if it's too wibbly wobbly I won't bother. So you might never see or hear this. But like I say, there's no real point to this video other than to show you things like those signs, illuminated signs, you know. Again, probably really just to point out Russia has, you know, got some advancements, and certainly those corner illuminations, which I think are brilliant. We haven't got anything like that in the UK. So, you know, all this nonsense about Russia being a backward country technology-wise, there's so many things that I see out here that are way ahead of anything I've seen in the UK. And certainly healthcare is another example of that. It won't show up now what I'm seeing, because obviously I'm looking with the naked eye, but I love driving down into Anapa from here. It really reminds me of sort of areas of Spain, you know, where you're coming from out in the country and you're heading towards like one of the coastal resorts, and it's all lights and Ferris wheels and that kind of thing. We've got two big wheels here in Anapa, and they're illuminated, so as you're driving in you can see them. It's just really cool. Just looks, you know, it's a lovely landscape, and we've got a hell of a lot of office blocks and residential apartments that are all illuminated. I'll just point the camera a little bit that way. So centre shot now there. They're all new builds, new apartments. There's a complex there of 1,000 or 2,000 apartments. Can't remember how many it is, but they're all illuminated. And something else they do out here as well, which I really noticed in Krasnodar. I haven't noticed it so much here, but when they're building, so when it's under construction, the large cranes, they illuminate all the crane, not just the cab, but all the beams and the booms as well, which looks really cool at night. So as I said, I'm driving in towards Anapa, the coastal resort town of Anapa, on the coast of the Black Sea, about 60 miles from Crimea, and about, if you want in kilometres, about 300 kilometres away from Sochi. See it, we've been passing all of the, well not all, but a lot of the vineyards, so where the grapes are for Abrauda So we've got a large region here for grapes, as well as where the actual manufacturing facility is, just outside Novorossiysk. So they're growing grapes in various different regions, and probably different varieties of grape for that reason. So as you can see, sign, we've got Kerch to our right, Novorossiysk if we were to turn left, and straight on the lovely seaside town of Anapa. can see one of the Ferris wheels there now, centering the picture. This is the last weekend of holiday season, so Christmas here in Russia is on the 7th of January, and obviously we've got a weekend just after that. So today is Sunday the 11th, and most people are back to work now. The kids went back Friday, not yesterday. There you go, fuel there. I didn't see the price. I think it's 62 rubles for 95 octane fuel per litre, which probably means about 58 rubles for 92. So Novorossiysk, we can go to taking left here at this roundabout, and straight on we come to the next big roundabout, and it will be left for Anapa or right for Port Kavkaz and Temruk. And there's a building here on the right hand side, just here next to this illuminated sign. You may not be able to see it, but it's in a prime location, and it's just sort of screaming out business opportunity of some description, because there's a hell of a lot of passing trade. I think if you were to buy that or lease it, you'd have a thriving little business there. Right, so 56 rubles for 92 octane fuel, and 62 rubles for 95 octane fuel per litre, obviously. And we're coming up to really pretty roundabout, I'll be honest. It's nicely illuminated. Welcome to the city of Anapa. It's just a nice touch, isn't it? It's a nice thing to see. And on our right is the Memorial Park, where the tanks and helicopters and planes are. And as you can see, because it's this time of year, we've got a couple of illuminated stars as well. And an Su-27. So this is all park on the right hand side, so it's walkways and lots of little parks and installations and gym equipment, so you can walk all the way along here. And you've got some resort spa hotels along here as well. There's 2 or 3. Yeah, nicely illuminated. Aline Family Resort. You can book yourself in there for a week or 2 and get thoroughly spoiled. Why not? Just through the trees there's a second Ferris wheel. And like I say, the purpose of this video is just really to show you a bit of nighttime driving, so you can see how things look at night. lots of electronic signs. And we've got 61.95 for fuel there. Which is, I suppose, about 50 pence, maybe 55 pence at the moment per litre. We've got Jan Pizza on the left and a massive car wash, hand car wash. There's always a queue there. They've got about 10 bays, lots of guys working there, and it's a good setup because you can just park your car or drop your car to them and then go into Jan's Pizza, and they've got monitors for every bay up in the pizza shop, so you can sit there, have a coffee, have a pizza for lunch if you want, or something else, and you can watch your car being cleaned on the monitor. And they've got a notification system as well, so when it's done, the waitress or the waiter will come over and say that your car's ready. So that's cool, that's a good idea. Means you're not standing around for 20 minutes, half an hour, depending on what service you're having with the car, I suppose. You can go out and sit in the warm and the comfort, have something to eat. And if you've got a designated driver, you can have a beer or a glass of wine as well. So a bit of Western writing there up on the right, that building, art trimming. No idea. No idea what it means, but that's what it says, art trimming. Now, over here on the left, this building reminds me of, well, of a curry house, to be honest. Every time I come here, I'll say, I must go in there for a curry. And it's not, it is a restaurant, but it isn't an Indian. It's more traditional dishes, but I want to go in there one night. It just looks intriguing. It's got domes and it just sort of has got an Indian vibe about it, I think. And we're off. Go on then. Can't get past you. You've got your nose straight in front of me. Dear. Anyway. So we're heading down the main driving road through the centre of Anapa. We're just going to drive through the centre of the town, although the town really is more to our right, so there's not a great deal to see. This is just like a bypass road, if you like, and I'm heading to the area where the bank is. I'm going to pick our daughter up and her friend. They've been out shopping all day. Uh-oh. Back there on the right, we passed the administration building, which is where you would go to register. So if you come to this town on a visa and you're going to be staying for a bit, that's where you need to go to register. Just here on the right, we've got King Gyros, or Gyros, however you pronounce it, which is a Russian version of a kebab shop, I suppose. Lots of them dotted around, but the reason I remember this one is it's the first one I ever went to when I came to Russia. Me and the wife were walking one day. I had no clue where I was, but I was hungry, and we walked along this road and saw that, and I was like, that'll do. So it's a little sentimental place. It's my first ever experience of Sharma. Very nice it was too. And most of the traffic lights also have a timer, a countdown. So as you can see, just above the green light, you can see the counter counting down the seconds before the lights change. And that's the same for the pedestrian crossings as well as the main lights for the vehicles. So everybody knows when they're going to change, which is good, because you're not sitting there impatient, tapping, wondering how long, or worried in case you want to open a water bottle but worried that the lights are going to change. You can see how long they're going to be, and I think that's a good idea. Now out here on junctions, if you look up to the right here, you've got a diamond, a yellow and white diamond, and that signifies right of way. So in the UK we have a give way sign that says you stop, whereas here you have a right of way sign that says you go. So it's kind of the opposite. So that's something, and that's common on the continent, but it's not for UK. It's not something we use. So again, here diamond means this road has priority, the yellow diamond, but we have got a set of traffic lights here as well. And as you can see on the left, the counter is at about 50 seconds, and on the right there's a pedestrian counter, so it's about 23 seconds. Now I think it's actually a finable offence to jaywalk here in Russia, so everybody uses the crossing and everybody is mindful of the lights. They'll stand there and wait for them. But you will find pedestrian crossings on every junction. And certainly, again, I'm not speaking about all of Russia, but certainly from what I've noticed in this region, car drivers are much more respectful of pedestrians and pedestrian crossings. So we've still got the Christmas lights up ahead of us. And just along here on the left, we've got a monument to Lenin. And it's actually like a long park with the road down both sides of it. And it goes on for quite a while, so the pedestrians can walk down the middle in a nice safe environment, and the vehicles go down both sides, and it's very pretty this time of year. Lots of little illuminations and installations. you'll find those all the way down on both sides. We've got a statue of Lenin just in there, it's not illuminated. And we're at Journey's End now, so here's where I'm going to be picking up our daughter from. So I'll see you in the next one.